In this video, we're going to be looking at cumulative frequency, what it is, and the common questions that you'll come up against. So a common frequency table will look something like this with a frequency column, the second one here, and then the first column could literally be anything. We usually call it X because it could be anything, but also it will go along the X-axis on our graph. So this could be shoe size, finger length, they will choose something random to put in this first column. So we're not really bothered by what that is. The cumulative frequency involves the second column anyway. And the cumulative frequency requires us to add an extra column, which might not actually be there. Okay, so the first bit of knowledge you need is that you might need to add a cumulative frequency column. And all this means is that you just put in this column a running total of the frequency. What does that mean? So we start with 7. We always start with the same number, so that top row will always look the same. Start with 7 and then add 11. 7 plus 11. Then we're going to add 15. 18 plus 15 is 33. And then we're taking the total of that, adding 12 to 33, 45, and then add another 8 is 53. Okay, so cumulative frequency is simply starting with the same number. It might not be a 7, but it'll be the same number in this first row, and then add as you go. You can use your calculator for this, it's no problem, but that's essentially what cumulative frequency is. So that's relatively straightforward. We usually only get like 1 mark for that. But what we do next is take this information and put it onto a graph, something like this. And what you'll notice about cumulative frequency graphs is they always kind of have this S shape. Okay. When you plot these values on the y-axis, so cumulative frequency is going to be on the y, and x was that first column, which could be literally anything, then as you plot these, it will go up in this kind of S shape. Okay, that's something to be aware of. And from here, you will usually do some calculations like the median. Okay. Cumulative frequency, the very top value here would be the 100% value. Let's say in this case it's 53. I haven't chosen a nice number there, but 53 divided by 2 is 26.5. So we're going to look down here, find 26.5, and that will be our halfway point, 50%. We go along and go down, and then we read off the median. Okay, you may have to do 75% for the upper quartile, 25% for the lower quartile, or they may just ask you, from the X column to read across and go up and across and find out how many people that is, like doctor's waiting time or something like that. How many people waited longer than 50 minutes? You'd find 50, and you go up and you go across and you read off here. Okay, so that's how these common cumulative frequency questions work. The most important part is to create the CF first and then transfer that onto the graph. One thing to mention with this is sometimes you'll see on this X column a grouped frequency table, something like this, which means that the X value could be between 0 and 10, but not including 10 because it's a less than. And then 10, X, 20, and so on, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, like that. Just be careful, sometimes they'll do a sneaky 50 to 70, and it doesn't go up in the same amount. So that's something to be aware of when you see grouped frequency. But essentially with cumulative frequency, all we want to do is be interested in the highest value. When we're plotting this, we're going to do 10 and then 7 on the y-axis, 20 along the bottom, 11 up, or 18 up in this case, sorry, with the cumulative frequency. So 10 and then 7 for the first row, 20 and then 18 up here. Okay, don't do the middle value when you're plotting the graph. That's a common thing that students do incorrectly. We want the upper bound or the highest value in this group.